So we have some Moco news / sneak peeks of the new Moco that Jow's actually been posting on Twitter. But I thought I'd do a little video on the stuff he's been sharing because some of you guys don't have access to Twitter and are going to miss out on it. So I thought I'd compress it all into a little video. And also at the end, we're going to talk about the state of Moco. And obviously, squad busters are just being killed. So everyone's scared that Moco is going to follow suit, which Jow did tweet about, which we'll be talking about at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. But going back to the footage and some of the sneak peek things that Jow has shared. And first up, we've got a little video of the new worlds. It says Portal in the top left corner. You can see sort of the new aesthetics of what it's going to look like for the new worlds. And I just want to reiterate, guys, this is super early footage, so things might change slightly, or you know what I mean, it might look a little bit different when it gets to the final build. But nonetheless, we've got some footage and we can see this is the Portal. We can see first up we've got Dark Tower, closes in 3 hours 11 minutes. And also I just want to talk about in the top left as well, under Portal, it says 26 days 19 hours. So they were talking about shorter seasons, maybe monthly long seasons in their podcast that they did a few weeks back. And it says season missions 12, and then like I say, we've got the Dark Tower. That just seems like a normal world. Moving on to Cats and Beacons, and we have got the overcharge alert there, so we are still going to see, by the looks of it, overcharge monsters and things inside the world, which is good because it's one of the fun parts of the game, getting together and taking them down. But at the bottom right of this, we've also got like a little, I don't know what it is, like a little capsule, and I'm assuming this might be to do with the classes, tied in with them, because that's what you're going to play for apparently inside of the new Moco, is currency or tokens or whatever you want to call it, to unlock classes. That's going to be the thing you play for. So you work towards collecting whatever you need to collect, or doing whatever you need to do to unlock these classes in the game. And I wonder if that's tied in with that. And you can see underneath that it says 15,000 XP, and then just to the left of that it says 2 jobs, and then again at the top of that it says closes in 7 hours and 11 minutes. So it looks like you're only going to have a certain window to complete these things that come up. You are going to be put in sort of a time frame to do these things. But we've got Cats and Beacons, it does say it's a world. And then we've got Siege Village. Again, 3 jobs. We've got that little capsule there, 15,000 XP. Closes in 23 hours and 11 minutes. And then moving on, we've got Toxic Forest. There's no missions or jobs or anything on there. But if we move on slightly, we're going to see Dragon Delve. And you get 5 of these currencies or whatever they are in the bottom right with 50,000 XP. 5 jobs there. And we also have like an image of what looks like kind of like a world boss, but that does say Score Hunt. It doesn't say world or anything like that. It does say Score Hunt. What that is, guys, I don't know, but I will find out hopefully when I go to Finland. I'm going to Finland next week to play the new version of Moco. I make content for you guys, so subscribe, turn on notice. If you want to catch all the early access footage of the new Moco, I'll make content on whatever it is I can make content on. So subscribe, turn on notice so you don't miss out on them. Be the first to catch them, my friends. And then moving on, we've got a Rift set. Big Bad Bites. It kind of looks like one of the bosses we already have in game now. And then we've got some more of these capsules. 20,000 XP. 2 jobs. So you can collect XP. You can see right at the top in the middle as well, it says XP. Even though player level doesn't matter inside the game, because all power is equal, apparently, in the new Moco. But obviously, you're probably still going to be able to level your character up, which is good, because it shows people who's going to play the game or compared to people who don't play it that much. And then moving on right at the end, we've got Solo YOLO, Yellow Belt, PvP. Does anyone play PvP? I don't know how much focus they're going to put into PvP in the new update. So that's maybe something I'll ask the dev team when I get out there. But I do believe the focus is PvE first. Then when I've got all that sort of fixed and where they want it, move on to PvP. But we'll see. But we've got it on this little video Zhao shared anyways at the end. Solo YOLO. We've got some more of these capsule things in the bottom right. 10,000 XP, 2 jobs. So that is the first little sneak peek Zhao shared. So let's move on to the next one. So we had some gameplay of Squid Blades shared. And before I play it, we can see in the bottom right corner, we've got the Squid Blades. And then around the Squid Blades, it looks like abilities for that class instead of gadgets. Where the gadgets have gone, I don't know. Will we see them in the new Moco? I don't know, guys. I assume so, but I just don't know how they're going to fit in with what I can see in this gameplay. So it looks like you've got 4 abilities per class, and each one does a different thing. And obviously when you use an ability, you've got a cooldown, which you'll see in the footage, because he does use some of these abilities in the gameplay. So we'll just click play and see what it does. So it looks like it actually does go invisible as well here. And then you can see the cooldown 10 seconds there as well when he's spinning round. Looks like blades are flying off him as he's spinning. So to me, what it looks like now is that these classes have got their own abilities, I guess. And you try to pull off combos using these abilities. And obviously they've got cooldowns and things instead of the gadgets, because we can't see any gadgets in sight on this gameplay, which is super interesting. Like I can't see them just binning the gadgets, getting rid of them. I really can't. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But from this first little sneak peek of the Squid Blade gameplay, it looks like you've just got abilities to use for that class instead of the gadgets. But we've also got another little sneak peek of the Squid Blade gameplay. So let's take a look at that one. So I'm just going to let this play because it's only a short clip, guys, and then you can see for yourself. Again, we've got the Squid Blade, same abilities. And then he's using one of them, which is a short cooldown, 3-second cooldown, and he sort of dashes to a target. And obviously, talking about the dash, you can't see the dash anywhere on the screen or any other of the mods that we do get with the heal and ride and the speed kill module. So you can't see any of the modules on screen. It's literally just the weapon and these abilities. But like I did say, this is a super early sneak peek Jow posted on Twitter. Yes, I still call it Twitter. I don't call it X. I'm stuck in my ways, guys. But this is a super short snippet that Jow posted on Twitter. And I just found it interesting. Like I say, I want to share it with you guys because some of you guys won't even have Twitter. So you're missing out on this. But we can't see any modules there, any gadgets. It's literally just the weapon and these weapon abilities, it looks like. And it looks like the Squid Blade does have a dash. So who knows what the other ones are going to have. So let's move on to the next little sneak peek Jow shared on Twitter. And this one was nothing much. It was literally just the image. And you can see like a new monster or new pet or something we're going to have in the apartment behind your character. Who knows what that is? I don't know. Is it there by accident? I don't know. Because sometimes in the game now, currently, you get like random things inside your apartment, plum spirits and things. I've gone back to my apartment, plum spirits there, trying to live there rent-free, get a bit of shelter, free of charge. But we had this, nonetheless, we had this image shared off Jow. And we have got a new little monster. It looks like might be something new in the apartment. I don't know. Behind the character there. But I still thought I'd share it with you guys since it was new. And then we also had this image of Jow as well. And we can see it's like a photo of an overcharged mega alpha charger. Which I haven't seen anything like that inside the current game. So this must be from the new Moco. Because it's either an overcharged alpha charger or a mega charge alpha charger. But this is an overcharged mega alpha charger. Look at the size of it in the top left corner. Looks absolutely massive. I can't work out what's going on here. It must be the new version Moco because look at the death icon. It looks like a manny there that's died. So I don't really know what's going on here. I can't remember seeing this inside the current version of Moco. I could be wrong because, you know, feels forever ago since I started playing Moco. But I'm pretty sure this is a new thing coming in the new game. But it looks like an absolutely huge boss. But I found interest as well. If you look at the map, you can see like a little purple indication there, as if to say it's an overcharged monster, but there's no blue dots around it. So your play isn't there, i.e. Jow's play is not there. There's something else. So I don't know how that ties in with the map as well. I just didn't think kind of made sense. And you can see other players around. So I don't know how this works with the map, if you know what I'm trying to say. But I just thought I'd share this. Found it super interesting. I don't know what this is either that Jow's got on his iPad. The little pay to win mechanic there, Jow. I say what you're doing, but it kind of looks cool. Nonetheless, but this is just a plain image, but I thought I'd share it with you guys because, again, this was one of the new things Jow did share. So, fun fact, Jow actually just posted another post on Twitter with some more gameplay as I was actually recording this video. I'm so glad I've seen it so I could incorporate it into this video. And this is the clip, and as you can see in the bottom right, it looks like we've got the pepper spray gadget as the main weapon. And then we've got different gadgets or whatever at the top. I don't know what they're going to be called. Passives. I don't know. But you can see there just on the right, but you will see better when the video plays out. We've got the unstable beam as like a gadget kind of thing in the top right. And as well, if you notice, the character's got that little pet, and it looks like the little pet on the image we were talking about earlier in the video. And this gameplay, I just can't work it out what's going on, to be honest. It's made me super excited to go and play test everything and get a better understanding of what's going on. So I'll play the clip. And I don't know what that is, but it looks OP. It looks awesome. And then you can see he moves to these little contaminated spheres at the bottom, presses the gadget, and then does Moco stuff. It's only a short clip, so I just can't work out what's going on, but I'll just pause it there, then you get a better view. So we've got, looks like we've got the pepper spray, unstable beam, 2 new gadgets or whatever, passives side by side there above the pepper spray. And talking about the dash modules and things, we can actually see the dash module there for this class. What this class is, I don't know. Like I say, it's super early days, so things might change. And probably the visuals will look a bit better because it's super early gameplay. But I just don't know what's going on here. I can't make heads nor tails of it. But it just looks like a new class. You have got like the pepper spray there as the main thing. Looks like we have got that little pet that we did speak about earlier in the video as part of your inventory. But honestly, guys, I don't know what's going on. I'm only getting to see this footage as you guys see it. And I don't know anything else. We're probably keeping things under wraps till I get to Finland next week. But yeah, super interesting. It's I just can't work it out. Gadgets, and then looks like we've got the passives, like I say, the unstable beam as gadgets. Or I just don't know how it's going to work. But this certainly looked very cool in my humble opinion. And I just want to say as well about player level, you can see Jow says player level 15 there. So we are still keeping player level, which is good to hear, because like I say, like the more you play the game, the higher your player level's going to get. And that indicates to new players that you've played the game a lot, which is one of my concerns when they got rid of power progression and things. But yeah, good time, and that Jow posted this as I was making this video, and thankfully I did see it so I can show you guys. But yeah, super interesting. And like I did say, I want to go over a Twitter post that Jow posted in regards to is Moco being killed. It was a good post to read, so I'll read it out for you guys and share it with yous. So this is the post Jow posted on Twitter about Moco being killed, and it reads, "Is Moco at the risk of being killed? No. But I saw some Twitter account placing Moco last in Supercell games revenue. Oh my god. Here we go again. At the moment, we have 99 priorities. Revenue ain't one. I understand the concern, but to reiterate once again, we're keeping our player base small, collecting player feedback, analyse player behaviour with the game and improve based on that. Once we're confident we'll scale the game. So far we did close to 0 efforts into player acquisition. We ran a small campaign in the summer, mostly to test things out, and it produced great results. Right now, as we're pivoting the game, we've paused our efforts. Low revenue is expected in the coming months, so they do know this. It is something that they do know and they understand. And it seems like they're not bothered at the moment. Then why was the game launched globally? Our launch strategy was very different from past Supercell games. We launched globally so everyone could access the game, regardless of their country. We didn't want to exclude anyone or have players using VPNs to play. Instead, we used an invite system to actually control growth and keep things small. We eventually lifted the invite system to make access easier once the launch frenzy slowed down. Yes, we launched globally, but that wasn't our big global moment. I'm not even sure we'll have one or need one. We want to grow progressively. What's working and what's not? We have very encouraging metrics, including a cosmetic-only monetization model, which is showing great results so far. Yeah, everyone forgets that. Like, yeah, Moco, I don't think it's going to be the highest earner for Supercell. It's cosmetics only. It's a completely free-to-play game. Whereas I don't think any of the other games are like that. You know, you can pay to win inside the other ones. You can't with this one. So it's never going to, like, outshine Clash Royale and things like that in the terms of revenue. But as long as they get it where they need to. We want to improve player retention, which isn't yet where we want it to be, but nothing drastic or discouraging right now. We're working on revamping the game to address core issues, which would have been way more challenging if we'd gone big right from the start. Yeah, that's logical. If they launch the game, like, I don't want to put Squad Busters in a bad light, but if they launch a game like Squad Busters sort of got announced it was going global, massive amounts of money spent on marketing and things, and then they struggled with the game. So it seems like Moco want to do it the other way around, which is a good idea. Is Neo Moco? Moco's revamp a hit or kill moment for the game. Lol, no, it was simply a very needed revamp as the current chapter system wasn't working. We're hoping Neo Moco will deliver a better experience, but also just the baseline to keep improving and making it much more enjoyable with future updates. But the other Supercell game, every Supercell game is its own team following its own path. Game A is not discontinued or launched globally because of what happened to Game B. No one is demanding us quick results. We're not speedrunning success. You're killing the game by removing power progression / builds. That particular feature I really like. Nothing is set in stone. If we feel that re-adding some sort of progression will improve things, we'll do it. If we feel that the classes need some sort of customization, we'll add it. However, keeping the current system as it is would set us up for failure. Right now, we just need to put the new version out there, see how it feels, and with players and go from there, which is fair enough. When will Neo Moco launch? We're very confident for the first quarter of 2026, but that's subject to change. Oh my goodness, the first quarter of 2026, so that could be anywhere up till April. From January, please let it be January. Please, I'm struggling for content now. Will Moco be the next Supercell global hit? Only time will tell. We have every reason to believe so, and as long as that's the case, we'll keep going strong. So don't read too much into some very unreliable and questionable revenue comparisons. We don't care at the moment, so why should you? Take the chance to share a clip of the Mo Convo podcast we recorded last month. Nothing changed, still actual, and there's just a little snippet of the Mo Convo that they've done, which you can actually find on the Moco YouTube channel. So certainly check that out if you haven't. So that's everything Joe posted on his Twitter. Some there little sneak peeks of the new classes, some little sneak peeks of the worlds, where the menu, what it's going to look like and things. Like I said, I'm going to Finland next week. I'm going to be playing the new Moco, giving feedback to the dev team, creating content surrounding the new version of the game itself. So subscribe and turn on notice if you don't want to miss them. We'll catch you hunters in the next video.